shoot I got going on.
Yeah, you got a team, bro. Like low key.
Yeah.
I hate running backs in the NFL. Everything is by committee now. Like that shit is annoying.
It is, right?
Everything is by committee. Like 1 week your guy might get points, next week the other dude gonna go off.
Yeah.
Your guy
No,
not gonna get points.
like it don't be no 100-yard running backs in the NFL anymore. Everybody be having like 48
don't
yards.
see that. They be getting points by touchdowns and then receiving yards.
Yep, exactly. Even like Kamara, yo, good to see us. He got no 100-yard games all year.
Word. He be catching all passes. That's why Drew Brees got a 74% completion percentage. He accurate, but he be dumping it down a lot.
A lot.
Brees.
I think 1 week he had like 13 catches. Kamara, like it was crazy.
That's crazy.
I know. It's like ridiculous, bro. But yeah. Who you play this week, Jordan? You don't know?
Damn, I don't know. Hold up. I don't know. I thought that was there was no I in team. That's not you, Jeff, right?
Nah.
I don't know who that is.
I don't know.
That's Evan.
Oh, that's Evan. Yeah, that's Evan. Yeah. Yeah, it's Evan. Yeah. Right.
Evan last week.
And he got Lamar Jackson on his bench.
So, did he win last year?
Nah, Ari won.
Ari won last year, right?
Yeah.
He got
Ari beat me
nice
in the chip. Matter of fact, this week a rematch of the chip. Me and Ari this week.
Oh yeah, I forgot you went to the chip last year. Sheesh.
Yeah. Don't worry, it's gonna happen again this year. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, right. How many teams we had last year though?
We had 8. We had
8.
Yeah, 8. Yeah.
Yo, my other squad though, my one in my ESPN job, I'm type loaded. I got Lamar Jackson. Zeke been kind of ash,
right.
But he been doing thing. He was doing his thing in the beginning. Before that, went down, he was doing his thing. Then I got Tyreek Hill, Will Fuller, and Cooper Kupp, all number 1 wide receivers. And then I got Hunter Henry's been ass. But then I got the boy Mike Davis, the backup. Ended up picking him.
Mike jinxed me.
I hope McCaffrey stay hurt for the rest of the year because I've been needing another running back. I got Ronald Jones, so it's like him.
That's why I kept Mike Davis, bro. I was like, he'll get hurt again, bro. I know it.
Yeah,
bro.
I went to go grab him, so I'm like, bet I can just put him in. Yeah. Hopefully he stay hurt for the rest of the year. I'm gonna start Davis and Zeke. I'm straight. Fuck Ronald Jones.
Speaking of that, can we talk about how Jordan was wrong about Zeke being the best running back in the NFL?
Man, he's having a
damn.
Stop it.
The guy who
McCaffrey came back and had a way better game than Zeke had like almost all season.
I mean, look at bro. I mean, I got the stats right here for Zeke before Dak went out. Shit.
No 100-yard game.
Team. Adrian Peterson was carrying teams, bro. Adrian Peterson was carrying teams. Zeke got to carry.
I mean, that's cool. I mean, that's cool, bro. I still believe that he's the best. You feel me? But this year is not looking good for him.
Yo, we're running back. It gets stripped after a couple. If you're not doing good that year, you're running back.
Soon as he got the money from Dallas, yo. Like they own all that money. I mean, they cut him, whatever. They gonna do that, but still, they don't want that money.
I mean, he's not chop liver. Like, come on, man. Stop.
Yo, right now, low key, Pollard better than him right now. Yo, listen, bro.
Pollard. I'm not gonna entertain that, man.
I mean, on the team, yo, Pollard be hitting the whole super hard, yo.
Bro.
He should.
But anyway, man, y'all ready for the show?
Yeah.
All right, man. Welcome to another episode of Beyond the Trenches. This is, I believe, episode 8 for us. I am your host, Big Mike, on the BigMike.LittleAnt channel. We got a special show for you guys. Talk about this week in football. Let's start with the panel. We got Jeff up here.
You.
Tobi.
You.
And Jordan. And this week we don't have our special correspondent Ravi this week. But let's start right up, man. What was supposed to be the game of the week didn't kind of pan out that way. But let's talk about our thoughts on the Bucks and Saints. And does that mean they're not a true number 1 contender after they got blown out? Jordan, what do you think, man?
I mean, I think it's rough. It was rough for me to say they just got railroaded. Like, they got creamed. Like, the Saints defense been playing a little bit better. I think the acquisition of Quan Alexander was pretty good. The Saints defense really aren't that bad. I mean, when you look at them, you know, within the linebacker, secondary. They got talent, and then they got Michael Thomas back. So, you know what I'm saying? They're looking like one of the premier teams as they were last year. You know what I mean? And look at Tampa Bay, new team. They're still trying to work out the stuff. You saw Tom Brady trying to force it to Antonio Brown a couple of times where he didn't need to do that. And they came out super flat. Like, they feel like Tampa Bay didn't even have any energy. Like, they came out just super flat. They only ran the ball 5 times. I don't think it doesn't mean that they're a contender. I still think that, you know, they get into the playoffs. I still think they can beat anybody. They can still beat anybody. I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not gonna bet against Tom Brady. So, you know what I mean? But as far as a contender, I don't think it doesn't mean that they're not a contender. I think they just had a shitty game. They got stepped on, and they got some shit to work on.
All right, Tobi, what you think about the game and the Bucks?
It was a surprising game, to be honest. I mean, you didn't think it was gonna get blown out like that. Like, it was over after like the first quarter, first half. The game was definitely over after that. When it comes to them being a contender, the Saints are definitely have to be better than them right now. I mean, they swept them this season. I think about the NFC. I think about the Packers, and the Packers. They blew out the Packers, but I don't know. Like, that game right there, they both tied to me like for second behind the Saints. You know, I got the Packers and then the Bucks. So I mean, they're not number one contenders, but I wouldn't see them as favorites, you know, coming out the NFC right now. And they're probably not going to win their division either because the Saints just beat them twice. So their defense could be bad. They showed weaknesses 2 weeks in a row, almost losing to the Giants. And I don't know. I mean, they're not my favorites at the moment.
Jeff, what do you think about the game and the Bucks right now?
Well, the Bucks, they're legitimate. I mean, they did beat teams. I just think every team catch a L like this. You know what I'm saying? Like not division opponent, but like, you know, I'm not even gonna say rival either, but two strong competitors in Breeze and Brady. You know, Breeze want to get the best of them. Like Tobi said, they brought Michael Thomas back. I know he didn't have like a crazy game, but it was very efficient and impactful. And I just think like the Buccaneers, they'll bounce back. Who do they have next week? Who?
Panthers.
Oh, so they'll bounce back next week on, you know, Teddy Two Gloves and bounce on his head and get some points and some momentum again. But no, I just think it's like another one of them losses. It just happens. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, they came out, like Jordan said, they came out flat. And they just got smacked in the mouth. And they folded, really. It's not like they got smacked in the mouth and fought back. They folded. Like,
Yeah.
they the pretty boy at the new school. Like, all right, smack him in his face. He ain't gonna do nothing. Like, all right. So we'll see. I mean, I don't indicate it as some sort of like cliff that they falling off, or they're not contenders. They definitely contenders.
Did y'all see when Bruce Arians came out and said that they're not getting the ball to Mike Evans enough, and that he was open a bunch of times, stuff like that? What do you think about that, Jordan, when he said that?
I mean, I did think a few times he definitely tried to force it away from. I mean, tried to force it to Antonio Brown when it wasn't there. Like that first deep throw he had, you know what I mean? Like he just. I definitely think that. I mean, when you have an embarrassment of riches like that, it's hard to get everybody the ball. So you know what I'm saying? And me, out of those three wide receivers, I mean, Brown, Godwin, and Evans, not 9 times out of 10, but majority of the time, them two are gonna win their route over Mike Evans. Honestly, just in my opinion, like Mike Evans can win, but is in terms of getting it out quick and all that, like, you know, he's more of a possession receiver and a deep throw guy. Throw it up, you know what I mean? And I don't know. I don't think.
You don't think he a full receiver, like he can run every route, stuff like that?
Yeah. Like, yeah, I don't know if he's a full complement, like, you know, wide receiver. Don't get me wrong, he's definitely top 10, but he's not like, you know what I'm saying? He's not an all-around wide receiver. You look at what Chris Godwin and Antonio Brown can do. Those guys can get off the ball. You can place them anywhere. You know what I'm saying? They can get off on man coverage 2.5 and get the ball and go. You know what I'm saying? So.
Who was guarding him? Lattimore, I think.
I don't know. Mike Evans' resume is quite impressive to say that he's not a like, and he's been catching passes from quarterbacks with way less of a record.
No,
You know,
I still think he's a top 10 receiver. He's still a number one wide receiver.
yeah, but I
I'm
mean, I
saying,
definitely think he's more complete because I've seen him catch the long ball, no homo. I've seen him catch that joint deep a lot of times.
no, for
More
sure.
recently. Like what was it, last year when they had Jameis? He was going deep, catching the bomb, but he
That's what I'm saying. Like he's a 9 route kind of guy, possession kind
no, he was
of
going
guy.
catching back shoulder. He called back shoulder touchdowns this season.
Bro, those are fades. That's easy for that. He's tall. He's the tallest wide receiver in the NFL.
I mean, what you want him to do? In cuts?
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Like y'all go. You get what I'm trying to
Yeah.
say? Like I'm just like
Yeah.
he's just not. He's not like a guy that you can plug anywhere and say do this, do that, and it doesn't matter. Like you feel what I'm saying? He's not that type of receiver. He's not.
Godwin, I don't know. Like, and Brown, I don't know. Like, I don't know what we really gonna get from Antonio
They got.
Brown.
I mean, this is their first year. You feel me? And they got all these weapons. Like
I don't
I
think
don't,
they have a long-term plan with Antonio Brown. I think they're looking
we're
to go home run this year. Like, they're not looking to say, hey, here's a 2-year extension after that. Hang around.
nah for sure. Like yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think Antonio Brown. They got too many weapons. I don't think he's gonna be that great for him. That's why I think the Tobi Ravi. But in other words, besides that though, Mike Evans, he is on pace for career lows though, and everything. Right now, which I guess,
Yeah.
huh?
He's not fast enough for Brady. Brady need those quick, fast receivers.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, right. In terms of like that type of stuff, being able to just get off the ball, he can catch that quick slant. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. But they don't target him enough though. In terms of stuff that he's really great at, I feel like they don't do it enough. So running those, outs and ins and slants and those back shoulders, those comebacks, like they don't target him enough on those because he's really great at those. Like he can't be guarded on those types of routes because he's Mike Evans.
And
He got 7 touchdowns, right? So let's just hypothetically say he's on pace for 14, just for good measure,
I
right?
mean, it's still nasty.
He is on pace for career lows, but not touchdowns.
I mean, that's been his that's his type of game. I mean,
What, touchdowns?
I mean, yeah. I mean, he's gonna get a lot of yak. He's gonna catch the touchdowns. I'm not saying I'm just saying I don't think he's an all around complete wide receiver like some other guys or something.
And we ain't even named Gronk about their riches too. Forget about that or whatever. So there's
Yeah.
a lot of people to throw to on that team. Actually, Brady loves Gronk. But moving on forward, man, from that game, we'll see how that goes. Let's talk about another game of teams with great records and quarterbacks who are both in the MVP race somewhat. The Bills versus Seahawks. And so after the end of that game, what team does the outcome say more about, the Bills or the Seahawks? Jeff, let's start with you. What do you think?
I'm gonna say the Bills. I mean, like I've been saying all season, I think they just got the formula, man. They had Singletary at first, now they got Moss. Don't be shocked if they come back to Singletary or he got enough for carries for both. But Josh Allen is just, his maturation is crazy. Like I just didn't expect him to be this efficient with the ball. He's not turning it over. The defense is holding up, and he got a number 1 receiver. He got Stephon Diggs. He got John Brown, the Blazer. So you got people, and it's just the Bills. I mean, it just showed that they ready to play. Like that Russell Wilson's a big time competitor. Now the defense on the Bills isn't holding up as much, but at least the offense can go out there and get you points. But definitely like the Buffalo Bills outcome, being more favorable towards the future.
When you say ready to play, you think they can go far in the playoffs against like either the Chiefs or the Steelers or something like that? Ravens?
I think so because they have that running back aspect, and then once the team start hitting you with the running back, then that play action open up. You know what I'm saying? And Josh Allen run a little bit. He don't run like Lamar, but he's mobile and he can get out in the pocket, make the passes, and then he can take off sometimes too. And he's tough. Like I seen him take some hits. He's tough, good 6'5". You know what I'm saying? He's on his way. I could say he remind me of Ben a little bit. Very little. He's mobile again. Like I said, he got a nice big arm. He can throw. You know what I'm saying? He got a rock. And the chips could just fall right in his place this year. The Patriots are out of it. So
Okay. What do you think about that game? Who will say more about it, Seahawks or the Bills to you, Tobi?
Well, I picked the Bills to, get that upset. I just want to point that out from the last.
You did.
But I mean, I felt like the Seahawks don't really have a good defense, and Russell Wilson has to score every time, so he forces the ball a lot and he turns over the ball a lot. So to me, it shows more about the Seahawks. Like the Bills. I mean, the Bills are one of the contending teams, but they're not like the number one team to me, So, that game was supposed to be more competitive, but, once Russell was, he's forcing stuff and turn the ball over, of course, they're going to lose that game because their defense can never get, stops on the other team. So this shows you that the Seahawks have a huge weakness with their defense. They could easily be had. And that's going to be, hard for them to, I feel like it's going to be hard for Russell Wilson to overcome, for them like actually winning a championship. It's going to really be hard because the defense cannot slow people down. So, yeah, the Seahawks they have a lot of things to work on.
Jordan, what do you think? Same question.
I think it does say something more about the Seahawks because they have a huge issue on defense, and Russell Wilson is starting to, in these bigger games against these better teams who can go toe to toe with him, he's starting to show that he's human. He's starting to make mistakes. Like the Bills had one more yard than the Seahawks. The Bills had 400 total yards, and the Seahawks had 419. And the score was 44-34, 10-point swing, but Russell Wilson had 4 turnovers. So clearly they capitalized on those turnovers, and you know what I'm saying? And they weren't able to keep, Seattle wasn't able to keep, Buffalo out of the end zone for one of those possessions, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or a few of those possessions, you know what I'm saying? So it comes down to their defense is horrible. So when they go up against the teams in the NFC that can score with them and then also slow you down enough, that's how you get beat. So I think it says, they have a problem. And Josh Allen, like Jeff said, his maturation is crazy. He's third in the NFL in yards. He's completing over 69% of passes. I think he was...
That's 24 touchdowns.
He's tied for 5th with Tannehill for touchdowns. So he's a big-time jump from last year. Like, nobody expected that. I damn sure didn't. So he's serious.
No. He about to get paid. Whatever, Josh Allen. Rough. But
Josh Allen is.
What's that, Jeff?
I said that's when we're gonna find out who the real Josh Allen is when he get a check.
Yeah. Well, what year he in right now? Third year?
This is the second year.
Is it?
So,
that's crazy.
Hold on. This might be his third or second year. One of the two. I can't remember. But the crazy.
Yeah, Jeff, let me know what year he in. But as far as I think it does say a lot about the Seahawks. I think that we talk about the defense, but the running game was trash too. They got like no running backs, man. So it is always all on Russ and whatnot. And you can't win like that. You got to have a little bit of balance, as they always say, especially if your defense is trash. Russ is magical, but the magic always wears off eventually if that's all you go to. So it's a shame because since beast mode, they haven't had a great running game. And they never gonna get the defense again that they had and whatnot. So that's also why Russ shining, but I feel like it definitely won't hold up come playoff time, and that showed a lot. The Bills, however, I think Jeff is right. I think they can upset anybody, the way they play, stuff like that. And I think that they coach well, and they got them receivers, like you said, man. Diggs is almost unguardable. Diggs is a beast.
Oh. He make Minnesota look goofy for not getting him the ball every single time. Like
he make me look goofy for not trading him earlier with Jordan in fantasy league, stuff like that. But nah, Diggs
in year 2.
Oh, year 2. Okay, wow. So he's gonna get paid. So they got him on a rookie deal for a couple of years. They can even get better next year or stuff like that, which is crazy. But yeah, I don't think Seahawks really I don't want to call them pretenders because they are a good team, but I don't think they can get out the NFC this year.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
My opinion. But moving on forward, man, let's talk about a team that probably will go to the Super Bowl, the Steelers, and how they escaped the game against Dallas, but they are still undefeated. And I know Jordan had some thoughts on that game. What are your thoughts on that, Jordan?
Let me go last because I guess.
All right, Jeff, you go ahead,
bro. So it looked good. It looked good. Like they another complete team. That defense is superior, man. Like it's just wrecking havoc. Connor is pretty good. Ben got weapons. I mean, they like bad boy, man. They take any receiver from anywhere and just make hits.
Yeah,
like, yo,
man.
you a star, yo. Here you go, man. Like, yeah.
We were talking about it earlier on the show that once I forgot about Santonio Holmes, Randall L. Like it's so many, bro. It's crazy.
Black though.
Big superstars out of receivers. So, but no, the Steelers are gonna be good. I want to see them get some more tests under their belt. This thing with Dallas, they played down to the competition. I mean, that's just all it really is. They probably were overlooking them for the next week, and they played down to the competition. And they came back because they knew they could. They got the firepower to do so. But as far as for the season, though, impressive. It's like the Patriots go out and the Steelers come in, and it's like.
Tobi, your thoughts on your Steelers, man?
Steelers. Listen. At the end of the day, all we care about is the W. You know, no matter how you get it, it's the NFL. You know, teams are going to catch you slipping, especially the Steelers. I knew he was going to play down to the competition. So, but they win games, Every game, the last 3 games came down to the last play. And, at the end of the day, they got the W. So, when a team continues to win like this and they're 8-0, you just have to look at the fact that they keep winning games. And it's not the fact that, games are close here and there. It's the winning mentality. At the end of the game, they're going to make the plays that's needed. I know Jordan's about to say something probably about the Cowboys and the Eagles, but the Cowboys, I mean, their quarterback, he played a good game. Whoever that quarterback was, it was his first game back, but he was mobile in the pocket and making plays. But the Steelers are showing that they can win games, and that's all it comes down to. That's why I can't wait till we play the Chiefs because I do think we're gonna get to the AFC Championship game, and then people will see we will get another win.
That's right.
Yeah, let them know. So
you are terrible. Yeah, you're right.
Jordan, what's up?
So I mean, they're 8-0. You feel me? The only undefeated team. So I mean, kudos to being 8-0. You feel me? Y'all deserve it. Let's get y'all credit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna definitely get y'all credit for that. They're fit. They're one out of 2 teams who are top 5 in points per game and points allowed. So when you can do that, you know what I'm saying, you win games. I'm gonna just say this. I'm gonna run this down to y'all real fast. I'm gonna tell y'all the quarterbacks that didn't play all season. Daniel Jones. And this is all in order.
Almost beat the Bucks.
This is all in order. Let me just let y'all know. Daniel Jones, Jeff Driscoll, Deshaun Watson, Carson Wentz, Baker, Ryan Tannehill, Lamar Jackson, and Garrett Gilbert. And you can make the case Ryan Tannehill played their best. He was the one who played the best game against them, field goal away from losing. So we got to see what they're going to do against the Chiefs. So I'm going to give them their props. They're the second best team in the AFC. All right, they're the second best team probably in the NFL. But we're going to find out because the other team that I'm talking about that's top 5 in points per game and points allowed is the Chiefs. And they got a better quarterback. So we're going to see. And we're going to see what they do against the Bills. But I'm going to give them their props. They 8-0. They came back and won against the Cowboys. The Cowboys came out there and fought. You know what I'm saying? The Cowboys look like they're tired of being embarrassed, tired of being talked about. So they came out with some balls. Started with the Eagles, and they came out with some balls against y'all. I mean, they couldn't make the plays down the stretch, but give them their props. They 8-0.
Yeah. Well, first of all, the Cowboys have Pro Bowlers on that team. I don't know what they were doing earlier.
Oh, wait, hold on. I said that last week when I talked about their defense, but they always laughing at me and shit.
We're talking about this week right now, bro.
Man, fuck.
Anyway, secondly, those quarterbacks, it was only like 2 bad ones in that list you just named, to be honest with you, bro. Like, those are pretty good.
Two bad ones?
Yeah, I mean,
Bad
what you
ones.
mean? I'm just saying. It's not, it
Jeff
wasn't.
fucking terrible. Baker Mayfield's terrible. You guys say
Baker is
Wentz
not terrible, bro.
Oh my God. Oh my
Lamar's
God.
a fucking MVP. Then you talking about,
and we know what he's done on the field, folding in every big game. So, but that's cool. Ryan Tannehill had the best game against y'all. Now the Texans suck, but
Deshaun having a good season, to be honest with you. Tannehill,
but they suck. So
anyway, all right, but yeah, I mean, they're gonna lose eventually. They're obviously not going undefeated and stuff like that. So, but I think, like you said, they're good on both sides of the ball, and that's what's key. And like Jeff knows, they got a bunch of receivers, man. They can spread you out. Nobody's number, like a true number one, but it's a bunch of number twos. When you got something like that, I think that's pretty good. And they could run the ball. They could beat you any type of way. They built for the winner. They built for the playoffs. And I'm telling you, if they get the Chiefs in a slow down, grinded out game, I trust Big Ben to make clutch plays. Well, he always done his whole career, stuff like that. So,
I mean,
even that Dallas game, bro, I think Ben had like 200 yards in the fourth quarter. It was crazy.
That's what I'm saying. That's what set them over the edge, where it's like, all right, it's the Chiefs and the Steelers and everybody else. You feel me? Because Big Ben, we know he's gonna get it done. So we're gonna see. We're gonna find out. Because they're the 2 best teams in the NFL, real shit. So we're gonna find out. And they got the Bills. I think towards the end of the year, we're gonna find out what I'm saying. Josh Allen will be the best quarterback they faced all season.
Well, I mean, they got Lamar again coming up, so get that.
I'm taking Josh over Lamar right now. I'm talking about that shit.
Oh my God, that's crazy. But anyway,
he just did the top 5 last week.
What happened, Jeff? What you say?
Y'all top 5s.
The fall from grace is so fast.
I know. MVP to not. He went from MVP to not mention at all. Like, that's hilarious, bro. All right, man. Let's move on, man. Speaking of quarterbacks, man, let's talk about Tua. And so far as it started, and its big win versus the Cardinals. We all thought about that game. We all think about Tua so far. Let's start with you this time, Joey. You went last time.
Me?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Tobi, my fault, bro. I think I'm impressed, but like I'm like he's not doing too much. Like the Cardinals game, great game. You feel me? He's only completing 65% of the passes, no turnovers. But Miami, it's more about their team than him. It's good that he's not turning the ball over, but they're like number 4 in like points allowed on defense, and then they're actually like number 3 in punts inside the 20. So majority of the time they're making you drive down the field 80 yards all game. That's hard to do. The Cardinals were able to do it, but Tua was able to show some backbone, go toe to toe with Kyler Murray, and then we also saw he can move around. They always used to be like they don't want him to move around, be a pocket passer, but he can move. So don't take that away from a guy who can do that, because he can make those plays. You saw he was able to scramble, get first downs and stuff like that. So I'm pretty impressed. I'm not like, oh shit, it's not Herbert or Burrow, but I'm not disappointed.
Well, he'll play Herbert this week, Miami versus Chargers. So we'll see how that game will go and whatnot. So that's a pretty good game versus the rookies. Well, what are your thoughts on the Cardinals game though, Jeff? What you thought?
It was good. I mean, he's managing the game well. You know what I'm saying? He's making spectacular plays. It's not like every other play, but he has some oohs and ahs in some of his plays. But the team was winning with Fitzpatrick. I mean, they weren't off the winning track. You know what I'm saying? It's not like they had a terrible record. They were 3-3, which is better than losing, because historically the franchise loses a lot. And they plugged 2 in. They got listen. I'm a big believer, and I got a lot of faith in being upcoming receiver at Devontae Parker. I even like Preston Williams, and then they had Gaskin. That was a runner and a catcher. Gesicki at tight end. So they got some pretty good talent around them. So it's not like he out there just fending for his life. But I'm still not a believer in the under 6'5", 6 foot quarterback league. It just doesn't work for everybody. And we'll see how it plays out in the long run, not this year.
Okay. That was I guess the Munchkin game, Tua versus Kyler, I guess, the other day. Everybody under 6 foot.
Yeah, it was like versus mini.
Toby, what you thought about the game and Tua so far?
So far so good. I mean, he's not making mistakes. I mean, besides the one play in the Rams game, the first one of his first passing plays, that's the only mistake he's made. And he played good. He made I seen him run towards the end of the game in the fourth quarter. He made somebody miss. He gained extra yards. So that was good to see. I mean, we got to still give him more time. There's a reason, people said he was, one of the number one quarterback before Joe Burrow, came in last season. So last year in college. So we just got to give him time. I don't think he looks good to me. Even though I'm not a fan of left-hand quarterbacks, but I mean, he's still accurate with the ball still. So just give him more time and see what happens. See if he Justin Herbert. I mean, that's going to be a big game. We see how Herbert performs. The Chargers always find a way to lose. So if he beat Justin Herbert, that's going to be a good W.
Taller quarterback traditional. They just have easier time seeing over top of the line of scrimmage. They normally have more upper body strength. And Justin Herbert just has that. He's like what, 6'3", 6'4".
I mean, Tua can sling it though, bro. Tua can sling it. Wow.
He probably can sling it, but you have to tailor your offense around him. With Justin Herbert, you can take him and plug him into any offense because, like I said, he's physically capable of doing it. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you got to learn the playbook and stuff like that. I think Herbert's going to be the best of all these young motherfuckers. Excuse my language. I think he's going to be the best because, like I said, for one, it's like a Bible. Get this kid number one big receiver. He got Keenan Allen. Boom. All right. Then on the other side, they got
Mike Williams.
Huh?
Mike Williams.
Keenan Allen like 6'2" though.
I'm saying Mike Williams too though. They got.
Yeah, Mike Williams too. Yeah, all right, cool. I'll give him two. They got Hunter Henry if he ever gonna return back to the form we thought he was gonna be. I just think he's set up to win.
Sure.
Good.
Mike Williams run them deep routes, bro. He fast as hell.
Yeah, with the dreads. I got you.
Yeah.
But we know everybody know Keenan Allen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but he getting up there, Keenan Allen. He ain't young.
You see why Miami made the move. I think some of the plays that Tua made, Fitz wasn't going to make and win them games against the Rams or the Cardinals. I'm keeping it real. I don't think Fitz makes any of them plays for them to win that game. I don't see that. I don't think anybody.
The Rams, they probably was going to win the Rams game because they had like a punt return.
I mean, yeah, but some of the things he could do, like some of the throws that you can see him make, like Fitz can't make throws. Especially in them crucial points, like that was a back and forth game against the Cardinals. I think Fitzpatrick would have fucking folded.
Well, okay. I'll say this: Tua, Kyler can't beat Tua. Like the second time, you know what I mean? Because he beat him in college too. So I think Tua played a little harder because it was against Kyler or whatever, stuff like that. Because go back to that, Fitz might have folded, but they on a 4-game winning streak. 2 of those were Fitzpatrick or whatever. So you know what I mean. So I don't know, but. I mean, 2 of the future. So, if your team good enough, why not start now? I guess. That's how I look at it. But as far as but Kyler was balling that game, by the way. I don't want to let that go. So
yeah, he's going crazy.
Balling lately.
Lately, Kyler's been balling all season, bro. Kyler's
That's what I'm saying. Like even he's just balling like.
Yeah. Yeah. But moving on forward, man, to the next topic. And we're talking about the Chiefs earlier, and how they barely beat the Panthers. And I think Jordan had that as a close game earlier. He called that last week. But what are your thoughts on that game, Toby?
I mean, now that I think about it and I see what happened, the Chiefs defense can be had, and the Panthers have a okay offense. I mean. I was never a believer in Teddy. I'm still gonna, keep my stand because as long as he doesn't win us almost like playoff games as long as he don't win multiple playoff games, I'll be right. So, but he plays, he plays good though. I mean, Teddy, he plays good. I mean, he doesn't turn over the ball a lot, and they got some good receivers there. And they got back Christian McCaffrey this week, so that was a big help for them. But the defense could be had. The Chiefs. The thing about the Chiefs is that, like I said, they always figure out a way to win. So they still win the games, even when they don't play their best. The last couple games, they just been letting Mahomes just throw the ball like all the time. So, I mean, I don't know what they're doing, but I mean, I'm not really worried about it, even though it was a close game because they won. And I feel like the Chiefs, it doesn't matter what, like, if you're beating the Chiefs still have a chance to win. Like, they're still a scary team no matter the position they're in. So, I mean, they're winners. So, I mean, it didn't tell me much about them, just that their defense was weak and it could be hard, but Patrick Mahomes is still going to, at the end of the day, most likely get the W.
So Jordan, since you had it early last week close, what did you see? And why you thought the Panthers might win the game? Anyway.
Because the Panthers can throw the ball. If you can throw the ball with them and go toe to toe with them, scoring the ball, you can beat them. Like, their defense is top 5 or 6 in like points allowed, but if you can capitalize on scoring, scoring against them, you can do it. So if you can go to toe with them, throw the ball with them, it don't matter. You feel me? It's who get the ball last, and then who make the first mistake. So, you know what I'm saying? And then, but at the end of the day, Pat Mahomes is the best player on the football field on every time he steps on the field. So it doesn't matter who's on the field. He's the best player on the field. And at the most important position. So until it seems like he can be beat, like, I know the Raiders got him, you feel me? But I would expect a team like the Raiders to get him because, you know what I'm saying, they can go toe-to-toe with them. And, you know what I'm saying? They got a little bit better of a defense than Carolina, and they can go toe-to-toe with them and they can score with them. You know what I'm saying? So, and then that's a division rival at that. You feel me? It's division, you know what I'm saying? So, but
all right,
they just keep winning games. So they're the best in the NFL. They're number 1.
We'll get to the power rankings a little bit. Jeff, what do you think about that game, man?
The Chiefs just finding they bored, man. They powered for the playoffs and the Super Bowl run. Like,
it's a good thing though, right?
Huh?
He said it's kind of like a good thing. It's kind of like a scary thing.
Sometimes you can't flip the switch on, and that's where teams go into that fear. Like, we don't want to be, looked at as a team that can just say, "Oh, we could turn the switch on." We don't know how that's gonna work. But, like, again, the Chiefs are just bored, man. They going through the motions, getting through the regular season, because they know when the playoffs come, you know what I'm saying, it's back to business. And then, it's scary even more that they win in these games that they should lose, because this gives them a better chance to integrate Le'Veon Bell. So, I know we haven't seen him in full capacity, but he can't be that far off his talent. So you add him to the potency that the Chiefs already had, like,
they're winning without him, right? Yeah.
So what'll happen is in the playoffs, they'll just run the ball, because if you ever get in the lead, they can catch up whenever. So they'll just keep you off the field. Like, we just go run.
Find another ways to win. They're finding other games, which is scary for them.
It's almost like they're using the regular season just to kind of like try stuff. Didn't you say, Jeff, they had like 4 trick plays, some crazy stuff like that?
Yeah. As I said, they were just trying stuff. Like, we're just gonna try this stuff. Like,
it's scary. It's scary though. It is scary because you're giving a guy like Andy Reid all these different looks, and then he's just coming out with crazy shit for them to win games. And then they got Mahomes. It's like, it's gonna be scary.
The Panthers could be tough because it just could be against 2 really tough teams. One, you know what I'm saying? AFC is not really a cakewalk like that.
I'm gonna take Mahomes though. I'm gonna ride with them until they gotta come in there and beat them, because it's gonna go through.
Right. Well, I'm with Joe. I think they're bored a little bit. It's crazy because you forget about some of the weapons sometimes. Like, I don't know how, but you do. Like, Kelsey was having like an okay season. Then he just like killed this last game or whatever. You're like, damn, I forgot about Kelsey. Like, it's just like they got so many people on the team. It'd be like, crazy. and whatnot, and so many. And then you know who else don't get enough shine? Eric Bieniemy, yo, the OC, yo. Bieniemy be calling them plays, yo. Like he gonna be a good head coach.
That new rule. I'm ready to call that the Andy Reid rule, because you know Bieniemy eventually gonna get a head coaching job.
Yeah.
So I mean the Chiefs gonna get 2 extra third-round picks. Like, damn, they already got enough. Like, come on, man. Like, why would y'all wait till now to kick that in?
Yeah, he definitely get a head coaching job when he playing and stuff like that. And you know, like Andy Reid is dope, man. But sometimes people try to take shine away from Mahomes and say, you know, it's because of Andy Reid. But I think they just yeah. Because I was like, well, why Reid ain't have McNabb playing like this if it was Andy Reid there? Like, that don't make any sense or whatever. So to me,
I mean, we went to the fucking Super Bowl with McNabb, and Mahomes probably would have fucking won us the game. Like,
I mean. You know, Andy Reid he's really good, and I think he get more creative with the better the tool he get. You know, and Patrick Mahomes is like right now the ultimate kung fu grip GI Joe with the plastic sword right now. So, and I don't know, he could probably get back, and he probably could win the MVP. I don't know.
Well, we'll get to that too. So hold off on that thought. But we just talked about the Raiders and how they the only team to actually beat them, and they won again this week. Big win for the Raiders, and a good solid game. So Jeff, I'll let you start about your boys, man. What do you think about y'all right now? Y'all make the playoffs or what?
Yeah, we can. I mean, I think definitely now with them going to 8 teams in each conference. So it's like, yeah,
definitely
that point. But even before then, with the 7 teams, I think we definitely had a chance. You know, Devontae Booker. I don't know what team he played for before, but he definitely given Jacob some spell. You know what I'm saying? Giving him some chance to reserve his legs. And like I've been said before, if Carr need to go deep, man, you gotta take the top off the defense for stuff to work. Like you know what I'm saying? Everything works now that he's going deep to Ruggs and Aguilar. Wow, Nelson Aguilar. How about that? Jordan?
Where did he get this good, yo?
I don't know, man. Shout out to him though.
I mean, he was sitting on the Eagles in the Super Bowl, right?
I mean, listen, our Super Bowl year, I was saying, the year we went to the Super Bowl, he was definitely their best receiver. Like he was.
Sure.
He was definitely the best receiver.
Yeah,
y'all should have paid him then. What you mean?
Man, he was strong.
Sometimes in the round to make you rejuvenated, and I think maybe that's what he needed. But yeah, I like it, man. We're on a good track. We got to get to 7. If we can get to 7, then I'm locking us in. We got to get to 7. 5. We got to get 7.
Who y'all play this week?
I think we play the Denver Broncos, and we're probably gonna beat them.
That should be a devil. It depends on which Drew Lock you get. He be nice sometimes, low key.
Yeah, he gonna be in Vegas. He probably gonna be distracted. Go to GZ concert.
What you think about the Raiders, Tobi, when you watched them?
I mean, the Raiders, they're a solid football team. I do think they're gonna make the playoffs, especially, you know, they put a hell of teams in there now. So, and even like Jeff said,
I think it's 7. Oh wow!
But I think it's 7, but they said if games get canceled.
Yeah, they're talking about going to 8.
Yeah, if games get canceled, they're gonna add extra teams in. So
if
that happens, then they're gonna get in. But I felt like they was kind of close to almost getting in anyways. They're already they are 5-3 right now, and they play Denver. That should be another win. So it will be like between them, Miami, and Cleveland, and even Indy. And I think I don't believe in Indy like that, so I think they're better than Indy. They already beat Cleveland, and then it would be like them in Miami. And then I'm gonna take the team that's more like they have John Gruden, and he's trying to get to the playoffs this year. You know, they signed to a long deal, and he's making moves with them. So I do think the Raiders, they're a good team, solid.
Jordan, who was hating on the Raiders earlier this year, as Jeff showed the receipt. What do you think about them right now, man?
Nah, I mean, they definitely got a chance to make the playoffs. Like Tobi said, they got a fight between Miami and Cleveland, and if I had to pick out of those 2 teams, you know what I'm saying, just off paper or whatever, you know what I'm saying, I'm definitely gonna go with the Raiders probably, just because they got the better coach.
Y'all ain't gotta be nice because I'm on the show with y'all.
Huh?
Y'all ain't gotta be nice because I'm on the show with y'all, and
Nah, I mean it's real. I mean, I'm being real. I mean, Derek Carr's top 5 in completion percentage. He's not turning the ball over. You know what I'm saying?
So,
and then, like I said, they got a coach that's seen it all. So You know what I mean? If there's anybody that, you know what I'm saying, he can go up and coach against, I mean, and try to out-coach, you know, it's him. So he can do it. Defense is starting to come along a little bit more, but they got to play better. They want to, they got to play better though if they want to, you know, make a run. But they can definitely make it.
I think they definitely can make the playoffs. I like how they've been playing lately, but I still don't think Carr a long-term solution, honestly. I don't know. I still don't trust Carr. You know what I mean? He having a decent year this year, but he also has some games where it's like they won not because of him, but because they're a decent team overall. But this year though, you know what I mean? I definitely think they can make it. Gruden, you know what I mean? I want to see him in the playoffs because I want to see what he can cook up, stuff like that over there. They got a lot of weapons. That was definitely a big win versus Indy. Was it Indy, right? No, it was Chargers. Chargers, yeah. Chargers. Yeah, Chargers. But I'm with Tobi though. I don't believe in Indy at all. Like, yo, that freaking that pick six when Phillip Rivers just fell for no reason. I was like, his career's over. He's done. Did y'all see that? I'm like, how you just fall for no reason?
He threw a six. I think he threw a pick six against the Cleveland Browns too, or it was just a bad pick. I don't remember if it was a pick six, but yeah, I seen him fall. It was like, yo, what is he doing? I mean, that's the only answer.
Well, I don't know. Tobi called everybody washed, so I don't know about that. But
yeah, everybody I called washed they're washed, but you'll see.
Nah. Phillip is definitely like,
yeah, Phillip does be washed.
It's bad when they bring in the backup to throw Hail Marys.
Your T.Y. Hilton don't do nothing for them, man. That's supposed to be their best receiver. T.Y. Hilton don't get the ball. So
he's washed.
Yeah, he's washed.
Yeah, definitely washed. All right, well, moving on forward, man. We were talking about a little bit earlier, the MVPs, stuff like that. So let's give our top 3 MVP candidates right now as of today, in order. You can go 3, 2, 1, or 1, 2, 3. Let's start with Jeff. Let's start with Tobi. What you got?
Number 3, Russell Wilson. Number 2, Aaron Rodgers. Number 1, Patrick Mahomes. And the way it's looking, Patrick Mahomes is gonna win that shit. I mean, he has like 1 pick on the year. Like, that shit is incredible. I mean, he's a gunslinger. Like, he throws the ball a lot and he throws it deep. So it's like he's gonna win. It looks like he's gonna win the MVP. It's gonna be between him and Aaron Rodgers. I don't think Russell Wilson's gonna be able to, they're probably gonna lose a couple more games because their defense is so ass and he's gonna be forcing the ball a lot. So I'm gonna go Patrick Mahomes.
All right, Jeff, what do you think? I'll come back. I came back to you.
I'm gonna go at 3. I'm gonna go with Drew Brees.
Okay.
We're terrible. I mean, Saints didn't have Mike Thomas, the number 1 receiver, and he still found ways to get points on the board. So, like, you take him off the team, they might be terrible because they got Taysom Hill, and I don't believe in him. Number 2, I'm gonna go with Aaron Rodgers because I can't knock him down. He's still winning. He still got 20-something touchdowns to 2 interceptions.
2 picks, yeah.
2 picks. So that's really good, and he's always been at the top. And then I'm gonna go Patrick Mahomes now because Russell Wilson ain't really been winning games like he should have been winning, and Patrick Mahomes was my favorite to win the MVP probably for the next.
It was. You said that, yeah. Me and Tobi had Russ preseason. What about you, Jordan? You say right now?
Nah, yeah, I got Russ at 3, Rodgers at 2, and Mahomes at 1. My sleeper though, like I kind of went between Russell and Josh Allen because I think Josh Allen does deserve some. I think if the Bills continue to win games and the Seahawks kind of stumble a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I think Josh Allen needs to be in the conversation.
Man, I feel bad for Russ, man. He can't ever hold on, man. He was a favorite going into the season by Vegas. He was doing so good, and they start falling off. And he has not yet to get 1 MVP vote his whole career. And this year, he probably not going to win it either. And I'm like, God damn, Russ, you can't hold on to it, bro. It's crazy.
He can't have more bad games. He can't have any more bad games. Like, the rest of these games got to be like A1 for him.
Yeah, man. And I feel like he does that. He starts off. Go ahead, Jeff. What you saying?
You should focus more on championships and not motherfucking MVPs. Excuse the language.
I mean, yeah, or stop focusing on Sierra so much, one or the other. Whatever you get his life together.
Nothing bad to look at it.
Stop making them, stop doing them surprise candlelight dinners or whatever you be doing.
Focus on the fucking game, nigga.
Right. But
Yeah.
fucking dressing up like Busta Rhymes and shit.
Yeah.
I think he played the game or what, but
I gotta chill, yo.
Cause man, I know it'd be her. Like you don't see another quarterback doing all the shit besides Russ and shit like that.
Yeah, but it'd definitely be her.
Right?
You know, Russ is definitely the type. You know, he's definitely whipped up. So whatever. You said what? I get dressed right now.
Cause Haley looked comfortable in that Busta Rhymes shit. He was just like, all right, fuck it, I'm doing it.
I'll do it. Let's post it on social media.
Yeah, like I'm telling you, man. Cause you'll see other quarterbacks doing this shit. That definitely be hard. Word up. But for the MVP, man, I do like. I still like him number 2 though. I got Rodgers 3rd. I don't think Rodgers got no signature victories right now for me. And in San Francisco, which is the rival kind of, they played the fucking JV squad or whatever like that. So of course Rodgers went off on that.
He ain't he smacked him though. He ain't just barely beat him.
I mean, bro, they had nobody on that team. Yo, yes, bro, it's ridiculous, yo.
I mean, their season's over.
Yeah, it's definitely over. But that's they'll be all right. They'll be back next year. Like they're a team that got young players that'll be back. But first MVP though, Mahomes number 1 right now, man. Like it's crazy. I mean, we might be under like Mahomes fatigue already because they get like overlooked or whatever like that. But 25 picks to 1 touchdown is fucking ridiculous, bro.
They were comparing this shit to like, and it's true though. They're comparing like what he's doing to like how Jordan was in the NBA. Like clearly he's the best player in the league, but we got to give it to other people because we can't give it to him every year. Same thing with LeBron. Like he's in that status already, bro. Like I'm sorry. Like
what the hell are you talking about? Like he got like 4 in a row. They can't be in that status.
I mean, they fatigued of him, but I still think like he's still gonna get. I still think like this year, you know, he might get it. But they are tired of him already because he's like he came out so good already. Like last year he was good. He was like last year he didn't win MVP, but he was still good.
Bro, I'm telling you, he better get the same amount or more than Brady and Manning. Because there's been a few that Manning shouldn't have got.
It's looking like he might get like 3 or 4. He got like 3 or 4.
Listen, man,
he better get like
Russell
4 or
Wilson
5.
was leading the MVP because he was coming out having 5 touchdown games. You know what I'm saying? That's splashy. And he had that 2 games in a row. So Mahomes been real consistent, like 3 touchdowns, 2 touchdowns, 2 touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? That's real splashy. He hit you with the 5 banger against the Jets, but nobody paid attention because it was the Jets.
Nah, I know that. I'm just saying. I think he better get as many MVPs or the same as Brady or Peyton Manning.
To your point, to throw out some numbers, Mahomes got 100 touchdowns and 19 picks. When Brady had 100 touchdowns, he had 53 picks, and I think Manning had like 64. So the comparison is crazy, bro.
Bro, I'm already claiming him the best quarterback of all time. Like I'm already putting it on the surface. Like I don't care. I don't care if he doesn't win 6 rings like Brady. We've never seen this. I don't care. He's the best quarterback of all time.
Rodgers and Aaron Rodgers was so good. Like when they won the Super Bowl and all that, he was like 20 something. He was so good, and now he gets overlooked. So I don't really know. Like
he's up there. So
had to get overlooked a little bit.
I don't think Rodgers was this good though. Honestly, like throwing the ball. Like,
bro, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm gonna tell you, I think the difference is no cap. Like, I feel like the difference between Rodgers and Mahomes, right? Like, they both have similar talents, right? But I think Mahomes does it a different way. Like, Mahomes does it the unconventional way. Like, he does it to where, like, you wouldn't want your quarterback to do.
Like Favre used to do it, stuff like that.
Word. The shit that he do, like, you don't want him to do that shit. You don't want him to drop back 6 yards off 1 foot and throw that shit 50. But nah, he planned to do that shit, and he did that shit. You feel me? Rodgers kind of didn't plan to do it, but he did it. So
Rodgers used to do stuff like that too.
I don't know, man.
Nah, bro. Nah, not like planned. Like
Not like Mahomes. Not like Mahomes.
Yeah, bro. Like he practices that shit. He practices back, dropping back 7-8 yards off one leg and throwing that shit, bro. Like he planned to do that shit at the line. Ain't nobody planning to do that shit.
Rodgers mad talented, don't get me wrong, but I just think Rodgers was a better runner. He was, but I think throwing the ball, man, Mahomes it's another level, man.
Man. Different. I think next week on the show, we gonna be back and y'all gonna be like, damn, Rodgers, you forget how good he is.
I'm not gonna say that. They're playing the Jaguars. I'm not gonna say that. I mean, Rodgers gotta get back to another bowl. He ain't been to the bowl since he played the Steelers.
That's not his fault though. Like
nah. They got scraped last year. They got
and he was silent. Yeah,
killed
no
last.
Wait, the 49ers ran the ball down the defense's throat.
So
the offense ain't really. The offense really ain't like.
The Eagles beat the 49ers the Eagles beat the Packers last year. So fuck all that, man. Next topic.
All right.
Yeah, next topic because he went to the Eagles.
Right. Well, they didn't play this week. We're talking about the Eagles this week, man. All right. So next topic, man. What team right now who's what is the question? We think we'll have a bad. Oh, that's doing pretty good, but might fall off in the second half and not make the playoffs, basically. So. Go ahead, Tobi. You start. Go ahead.
I mean, we could talk about. I guess there's gonna be 8 teams. I mean, there might be 8 teams, but they're gonna be 7. I'm gonna say the Bears. I mean, they're not doing good, but they are already slipping off. You know, they already lost 3 games in a row. I think they're about to lose another. They're about to play Tennessee. They're gonna lose a 4th game in a row. They started out hot. I think they were like 5-1, looking like they might make the playoffs. I don't think they're gonna make the playoffs, even with the extra team. You know, even with the extra team in there, they're not gonna make the playoffs. They could be high. I think they should go back to Mitch Trubisky. The Foles magic wore off already, so they should go back to Mitch. But yeah, the Bears, they're not in the playoffs.
Jeff, what do you think, man?
Wow, that was interesting.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah. Who probably gonna have a bad second half of the season and not make the playoffs? Or when we say not and possibly make the playoffs, you said
possibly not make it. That's in it right now, or would be in it if the season start right now today.
The Eagles. I think the Eagles might have a bad season and still might make the playoffs because everybody else is terrible. Like everybody else is so terrible. They could possibly have a bad second half. And because everybody else is so much worse.
All right, Jordan, what you think, bro?
I mean, I kind of agree with Tobi with the Bears, but their schedule is not too bad. It kind of doesn't like hurt them. I think one team that you look at, they didn't start off too hot, but you know they still have a winning record right now. But I could look at the Colts. Honestly, you go look at their schedule. They got some teams that they got to play, and then they got to beat the Titans. They haven't played the Titans. They got to play the Titans twice. They got the Packers. They got the Steelers. I mean, they got the Steelers. They got a rough schedule coming down the stretch. So I think that's a team that where you could look at. But they have a great defense, but like they don't have enough on offense. Like so, I think that. Yeah, I think that's a team that you can say started off pretty hot and may not make the playoffs. Now, if you add that extra team, all right. But I can see the Raiders getting over them. I can see the Browns getting over on them. I can see might be able to see Miami getting over them. I'm not even gonna lie. Miami got a better offense and they got the better quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I would yeah, I guess I would say started out how it was probably the Browns. They were 5-1 at one point or whatnot. And I think they're gonna lose to the Ravens, the Steelers. Like I just think they're gonna there are a lot of losses coming ahead of them and whatnot. I think they started out 5-1. I don't see them getting past 8-8 probably or whatever, honestly. So Browns, Cleveland.
Sheesh. That's rough.
It is. I started 5-1. That's horrible, right? So but I think they're gonna make it go. In my opinion. So another year for them to see what they're gonna do, man. That's how I look at it. So but moving on forward, man, the other way around. Now which team on the bubble who, you know, on the bubble are getting there, and you think definitely gonna make the playoffs or whatnot. Let's go with Jordan this time.
That's like definitely like a for sure who I think is a lock.
Okay.
Might make it.
Might make it, yeah.
All right. So I mean, honestly, I like Miami. I hope they make it. Because they've sucked for so long. So like it's nice to see them winning games. They got Tua, they got a black head coach, you know what I'm saying? They come from that New England tree. He brought a responsible accountability to that team. And I think the players believe in him coming from that system. He was able to kind of do some things like what they're doing right now on defense and special teams is the Patriot way. Play good football on offense, not turn the ball over. So you see the similarities. So I like the Dolphins. Oh shit.
All right, Toby.
I'm gonna go with an NFC team. I'm gonna say the Minnesota Vikings.
I was thinking about that too.
You think of Minnesota?
Yeah.
They start off horribly. They're 3-5 right now, but they play the Bears, which they can probably. The next game is against the Bears, which they could possibly win. Then they play the Cowboys. That's another one. And then they got the Panthers. That could be a close game, but the way they run in the ball right now and control the game, they could win that game. And then they play the Jaguars. Like I said, you know, if you're still playing how they're playing, they could probably beat the Jaguars. So that would probably put them in like 6-5, 7-5 right there. Then they play the Bucks. That's a toss-up game. Then they play the Bears again. They could probably beat the Bears, and then you got the Saints and the Lions. So it's looking like they could end the season 9-7, 10-6, and possibly, you know, go after that playoff position. 9-7, yeah, 9-7. I see them ending like 9-7.
A good one.
Jeff?
Team that we think gonna make the playoffs on the bubble.
Yeah.
I think the Cleveland Browns.
Okay.
Gotcha. Yeah, I just looking at their schedule though. It's like it's real favorable. They got like Jacksonville and they got a bunch of little goofy games coming up. They got the Texans, which ain't that good. Then they got the Texans, then the Eagles. Never know. Jaguars, Giants, Jets. Like they got a chance to get in the playoffs, man. Like. They actually kind of they got a really good schedule, favorable too.
I think every team.
Did they take Baltimore?
Yeah, they lost already. Baltimore trashed them already twice.
Nah, it gotta be once.
Once.
Oh, it was once.
Yeah.
I thought they played. Nah, I thought they played them beginning. I thought the Ravens played them in the beginning of the year.
They played them in the beginning of the year. That's it. Then we blew them out. Steelers blew them out. That's the next.
Steelers, right? Yeah.
I think the Browns can make it. I think the Browns.
You know what's crazy, bro? Like if they let 8 teams in, I don't know. But if they do, I can see the Falcons getting there, man. Honestly,
they have to go on a real winning streak. I was looking at them too, but I'm like, I don't think they're gonna win that many.
They actually are not a bad team, bro. If you watch them, they lost some crazy ass games, yo. They lost one game by scoring a touchdown, which is crazy. Whatever. Then they had that crazy ass punt by Dallas. Yeah, like
they gotta win. They gotta win out. Like
they gotta win out for real. I don't think
they gotta win out.
I mean, they gotta win out. I mean, they can probably.
They don't gotta win out because of the 8 teams thing, and they like.
Yeah, but no, there's no way 8 teams. There's no way that they get in the NFC.
NFC, yeah.
With that 8th team, come
they're
on,
the 3rd team. You're right. I don't think they're gonna make it. You're right.
There's no way. Yeah, that's
it would be real hard.
Honestly, yo, they can beat Tampa Bay in the division, yo. Like for real, like that. Like they're not as bad as.
How many times they play yet? They haven't played yet, right?
They can't.
Nah, they haven't played yet.
They could probably split.
Everybody could be beat, but they're not beating them.
They could split, bro. They could split games.
They could, but they would have to win.
I think you think they're worse than what you think they are. Yo. They're not that bad.
No, I agree with you, bro. I totally agree with you. But the record is too late.
Yeah, they start off so
it's too late.
It's too problem. I'm just saying they're not that bad if people like look at me. especially since they fired Quinn. They've been a lot better since then, or whatever like that. So.
Yeah, but they still was bad overall. Just because he was the coach don't mean you a bad team.
Yeah, like they was doing dumb shit. Like it ain't. I guess it's the coach's fault. You didn't know how to pick up the damn ball on the onside kick.
That's not the coach fault. What you on
Nah.
the hands team, bro?
Right.
Like,
Yeah,
you on the hands team. You ain't on no other team but the hands team. Your job is to get the ball.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, what in the coach's fault did they scored that touchdown? With like, that was dumb as hell.
Yeah, so again,
but I don't think they're a bad team, man. Just by watching them, looking at the numbers and stuff like that. But anyway, that's what I would say. If they get in, just remember I said that. Whatever. But anyway, all right. It's that time again, man. Everybody pick a lock. Everybody pick an upset. As Tobi already gloated, he was right last week with his upset. So we're gonna go this week and lock and upset. Go ahead, Tobi, since you were right last week, man.
I think I'm gonna be right again this week. I got from an upset, Bengals against the Steelers. Bengals are coming off a bye, and I feel like the Steelers play down to their competition. Plus, we're 8-0. I feel like we're gonna lose a game eventually. Why not lose to the Bengals? I'll play down to their style of game and keep them in there till the very last possession. For my lock, I'm gonna pick the Sunday night football game. The Ravens over the Patriots. I think that's a lock. The Patriots. I think it's gonna be It's gonna be a good game though. But I just think it's gonna be. I just don't see a way the Patriots win that game, especially with Baltimore's defense, and the Patriots defense isn't really as good as it used to be. So that's gonna be my lock.
Jeff.
my lock is gonna be the Saints over the 49ers.
Mm-hmm.
My upset would be Cardinals over the Bills.
Cardinals over the Bills. Okay.
That's not a bad one.
Yeah,
Not a bad one at all.
That's a solid one. Yeah.
Coming off a loss for the Cardinals, so that's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
All right, Jordan.
My lock, I had the Packers over the Jaguars.
That's my dilemma. Fantasy.
Yeah, that's a super duper lock.
What was your lock again?
The Packers over the Jags.
Oh, Jaguars. Okay.
And then I can see Minnesota beating Chicago on Monday night. They're going to be, Chicago's going to be favored probably because of the record, but division game, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. The way Dalvin Cook's been playing. Bears defense is, they're pretty good, but Nick Foles is fucking terrible. So,
bro, stop it, bro. He had a great game last week, bro. Like, stop it.
Let's not get into this.
I'll break down that dumbass game he had. He had no great game.
They should go back to Mitch Trubisky. I think
they need to go back to Mitch Trubisky.
Yeah, they should go back.
Anyway, I don't think they're gonna win. Anyway, I don't think they're gonna ever make the playoffs. Anyway, I told you that when you talk about we could beat the Bears. I'm like, they gotta make a playoff. When you talk about the Bears, anyway.
But I was been telling you wasn't gonna do shit.
As far as that game, Kirk Cousins is 0-9 on Monday nights. Just let you know.
Oh shit!
Whatever. So
damn, that's a bad stat.
Yeah, that's a horrible stat.
It's all right. He ain't been doing shit. Dalvin Cook, 20 yards.
I know. Best running back in the NFL, by the way, Dalvin Cook and whatnot.
Now, yo, this is a good week to play a ticket at the bodega, Mike. It's some wins.
I know.
There's some close games in there.
There's some locks on this joint.
Yeah, big facts. I was already on that thing. I'm ready to mix my shit up.
Locks up in here, bro.
I'm ready to mix my shit up. I'm ready to hit a ticket this week.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go early Sunday morning because the Rams might low key beat the Seahawks too.
Yo, but I'm thinking like, look, the Saints can beat the Niners, the Steelers can beat the Bengals, the Packers over the Jaguars, the Eagles gotta beat the Giants. I hate this, they got to, they just can't. I'll probably put the Buccaneers over the Panthers. Like, it's a lot of locks.
Titans over the Colts. Yeah.
I don't know, man. The Colts playing good, man. They got like 5-3.
At the Titans over the Colts easily. The Colts fucking offensively, they're fucking trash, bro. I need my bottle shipped.
Oh yeah. Let's talk about that.
Wait, I did a shot out that bottle.
I need that handy.
I should have.
Patron.
What was the bet?
I should have fucking.
Nah, I don't remember the bet. I think it was just it was Colts. I think you had the Colts over the. You thought the Colts could beat them. Some shit. Beat the Ravens.
The bet is on wax. We'll go back and find it.
Yeah, we can find it, but I don't know why you picked them. You must have been on some drugs then. Like you was out of here. You was feeling risky.
The Colts ain't that bad, bro.
Yeah, they suck. Pack them up, man. Pack them up.
You watch that game, they bad.
They're bad.
5-3. What are you talking about?
All right.
I knew it was bad when they lost to Cleveland like that. And he was turning over against Cleveland. I was like, yo, they suck, yo. They suck.
Exactly. They beat some mediocre teams, bro.
Yeah, Titans gonna smoke them, yo. I'm telling you right now.
Titans gonna beat them. I think so.
Real shit.
Oh, yeah.
But let me see. But I like yeah, speaking of that, yeah, Ravens over Pats is definitely a lock. My God.
So this might be a good team for. You might have to play all them games in order to win.
Oh, I got my upset. Texans over the Browns right now.
Texans over Browns.
Yo, I was gonna say
I'd be upset.
Rolling with my man Deshaun, my fantasy quarterback. So
yeah,
need a big game. Need a big game out of him and Will Fuller. So, but moving on forward, man. Another time as well for the power rankings 1 through 5. Jordan kind of alluded to it in his crazy rankings, but go ahead, Jordan. What you got? You can go 5 to 1 if you want to.
5 to 1. So I'm gonna put Green Bay at 5. All right, they're getting it done. I'm gonna put damn, who the hell did I have at number 4? The Bills at number 4. I'm gonna take I gotta take Seattle out. They have 2, they're coming off 2 straight losses, I think, right? To Arizona.
2 out of 3.
2 out of 3. So they're Arizona and then Buffalo. Those are some good teams though. But we'll put Buffalo at 4. At number 3, I'm gonna put the Saints. I ain't even gonna lie to you because they coming around. They've been they 7-2, I think, right now, right? They getting their number 1 wide receiver back. You know what I'm saying? I think they're gonna be formidable for the rest of the year. Depends what they do in the, you know, they normally fold in playoffs, but for right now, they look like a top 10 team, top 5 team. So I'm gonna put them at number 3. I'm gonna put the Steelers at number 2. They're 8-0. You feel me? They getting it done regardless of who they playing. So they're gonna keep rolling. And then I gotta put the Chiefs at number 1 because they got the best quarterback in the league, and they keep getting it done too. I know they got that 1 L, but when it's all said and done, I think they're gonna be the ones holding up the trophy. So,
all right, so what you got?
For number 5, it was a tough one, but I decided to go with the Bucks because they beat the Packers. So the Packers ain't in my top 5. They blew out the Packers, so I kept them out. So I got the Bucks. Then I got the Saints at 4. 3, Baltimore Ravens. They're back in there. Chiefs number 2. 1, Steelers.
Okay. Jeff, what you got?
I got the 5. I got the Packers. At 4, I got the Buffalo Bills. Excuse me. At 4, I got the Buccaneers. At 3, I got the Buffalo Bills. 2, I got the Steelers. 1, I got the Chiefs.
No Saints.
No Saints. Not yet. Even though you got Can't Guard Mike back. Okay. Got you.
You know, the bad part is that he swept the Saints, and I still don't really see. He swept the Bucks.
I got Packers at 5, like Jordan does. I got man, that's a lot of good teams actually. I'm gonna go with the Ravens back at number 4. At number 3, I'm with you. Nobody circles the wagons. Buffalo Bills. So I'm gonna roll with that. 2, I'm gonna go with the Chiefs. And until the team lose, man, they're number 1, man. I'm going with the Steelers still.
Gotta be number 1.
Gotta be number 1, man. That don't make no sense. So I know Jordan hating over there, whatever, but
I mean, I'm not, you feel me? I mean, I can't argue with you. I just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I gotta
until they lose. Right now, I mean, they're playing close games, but like Tobi said, it's about the W, man. At the end of the day.
All about the dubs.
Earlier. And lastly, man, all right, so we come to the end of our show. Anybody got anything to say? You got a minute or 2, you want to get it off your chest or whatever? Tobi, Jordan, Jeff asked what was top 5.
Top 5. Top 5 what?
Teams. Did you do a top 5 teams?
He did, bro.
Yeah, I did my top 5 team. You want to hear it again?
Nah, I don't. It's terrible.
My list is lit. But all right, I'll go real quick with my 2 minutes. Let me know.
All right, go ahead, go.
All right, so I'm looking at, I'm just going through the standings right now. I just want to talk about New England real quick.
Okay.
Looking at Cam and them, I don't know. I don't know if Cam's going to be starting next year, unless he might not be able to take this team to the playoffs. They set him up for failure here. They didn't really give him a lot of weapons and stuff, so it's bad. But, it was a good W for him to come back and get that W. But I just don't know if he's going to be starting next year. And that's the thing I'm worrying about with Cam, because I like Cam. He was an MVP in our league, and I want to see him starting again. The NFC East, real quick, it's crazy. I mean, the Giants and I think I heard Jeff said earlier, he was talking about Philly and Giants is one of the locks, like for Philly, but you just never know with the Eagles. Man. I'm telling you, man, I just don't know. And the Giants play tough. Like that game is gonna be close. Like that game is gonna be close. And I don't know. I'm just looking at that vision, and it's honestly horrible. I mean, 3-4, 2-6, 2-7, and 2-7. The division is still wide open. I mean, if the Cowboys come do something this week, or when they're on bye week, next week they come back with their quarterback. I mean, it's crazy. The Eagles better win this week, and they better beat the Browns.
Yeah.
All right. Jeff, what you got, man?
Ain't get much, man. Just we'll see. I'm definitely gonna lose bets in. My Raiders doing good. I'm interested to see how COVID play out, man. Now we got Big Ben on the list. That's a marquee name in the NFL. So we're gonna find out because soon they're gonna have to come up with a strategy. I can't wait for the NBA to see how they think they gonna compromise this whole issue.
Hey, yo, you know what's funny, bro? Me and my dad was talking about that shit. I'm like, them G League players in the NBA team, they're gonna be crucial because they're gonna be bringing some of them guys up like that. With dudes getting COVID fucking around. I was thinking about that shit the other day.
Yeah, because you're talking about 2 weeks in the NBA. That's like 6 games, whatever like that. That's a lot of damn.
Absolutely, that's a lot of games. Bro.
Damn, yeah. I ain't think of it like that. Shit.
Yeah, like it ain't like football. That's a bunch of games for the NBA. I don't know how they gonna do. Like this could affect people's stats, their contracts, all types of stuff or whatever. It's crazy.
I'm starting to think in my head that people ain't just saying they got COVID just to have a week off. Like
I think that with Ben. Ben was like, "You don't need no week off." Whatever, like that.
Yeah, yo, I got COVID, yo. Like, or I came in contact with him. Yeah, it was me. Like,
Ben, like, we ain't I take a little break.
so I'm starting to figure that out.
I don't know. All right, Joey, what you got, man?
Nothing too much. I mean, I think going into this week, now moving forward, we're gonna see who's real, who's not. We getting into the halfway point of the season where November and December you want to be playing your best football going into the playoffs. So we're gonna see who's real and we're gonna see who's not. Because we're gonna see what certain teams are about and their identities, and they're gonna start to show. And certain teams' weaknesses and shit like that is gonna start to get more pointed out moving forward. So I'm looking forward to the rest of the season. Hopefully my Eagles get into the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? At what record? I don't give a fuck. We need to get in there. Feel me? We gonna get in there. We can make some noise. All I need is an invite. You feel me? I'm gonna dance regardless. You get what I'm saying?
Well, it's gonna be a short dance. I'll tell you that.
All right, you say that now, but
it's gonna be a one song.
All right, come to that. Come get that ass beat during this dance. Then you feel me? Come get that ass whooped because it's gonna be a long fight.
All right. Well, as far as this game, bro, I think they tripping. I think the Eagles going to smack the Giants, in my opinion. Or not, I will take the Eagles. I think the Eagles off a bye historically has always been good. So you got to look at the trends like that or whatever. That's why I've got the Eagles defense in the fantasy league. Yeah, like y'all said, man, this COVID thing is crazy. I'm worried about the playoffs. Like, it's all fine and dandy right now, but losing a marquee quarterback or receiver in a playoff game, that's going to be when things really hit the fan. Be like a wake-up call and stuff like that to these other, leagues or whatever. Like, that's kind of like that could determine a Super Bowl winner. So that's crazy. I'm with Jeff, man. I don't know how the hell the NBA gonna think they gonna play in all these cities. And they fly so much They don't fly once a week. They fly like 3-4 times a week or whatever like that. So I don't know what but hey, we're gonna find out that soon too, because that season's about to start. As far as football is concerned, man, I like everybody getting healthy. You know, Mike Thomas is back, and you know, other players coming back. So like Jordan said, we're gonna see the second half. Everybody getting healthier, see how things roll out, and I'm excited for this you know, this playoff run. The end of the season to the playoffs to see how things pan out. But just football wise, man, it's been a good season so far. So I'm you know,
so y'all can fucking say.
Anyway, and I'm also like Tobi was saying, I want to say about, man, rest in peace to the running back position, man. It really is gone in football right now. Like nobody's really running the ball. It's either by committee or like, you know, like running backs are really getting like 14 carries a game right now. I mean, it's like crazy to see it, you know, coming from an era which we saw it earlier and stuff like that. So I might have to like change the rules next year in fantasy for running backs. So like that. And stuff, but really good job. Like, nah, but that's
Mike, you gonna let him know? You gonna let him know what's going on next week?
Oh, I let him know because you was gone already. But yeah, next. Next, was it official or he good or what?
He said he was cool. You feel me? He said he was cool. He got hit me back with the date, but he said he was with the shits.
Well, at some point this year, we should have Eagle. I'm not Eagle. Former NFL defensive back Eli Apple on the show. So if y'all tuning in, please watch. We'll interview him a little bit about him and his career, and then throw him some football questions. See what he thinks about the players of today. So we'll definitely be interested in that. Jeff's gonna put on his best suit for that. So we see how that.
And everything.
Yeah, get you a lamp or something down there for that.
I had one last week, but then I gave it to my brother. But I gotta get another one.
Get you a ring light. That's what I'm using right now. Whatever like that, bro. I paid $15 for this, bro. It's supposed to Amazon, but anyway, that's our show, man. Another episode of Beyond the Trap, man. We appreciate you guys watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you think. You know, we'll be back, like I said, next week on Tuesday. And thank you all for watching. Good night.
Peace.
Beyond the Trenches too.